Hey you all, do I dare make another video over a year later? I think I've learned a lot over the last year though, so I don't intend to keep the channel up, but what can it hurt to tell you a bit of what I've learned? So my name is Melissa. I have the video or the channel, The Simple Life Wife, and I keep it up as a resource if anyone wants to use it. That's why it's there. But the past year, since having the channel, has still been a healing journey for me. And I just thought I'd give a couple of pointers of some big things that I've learned. I had a baby about a year and a half ago, and I talked about that on the channel. And probably the first 6 months of his life was kind of a break from not from brain retraining. That's not the right way to say it. From visualizing. But because I literally didn't have time. I have 4 children and little kids. And while recovering from, pregnancy and learning the new baby and nursing and all that, that's just how it worked for me. I'm not saying it's impossible, it's how it worked for me. And it was just time for me. I think everyone comes to a point in their brain retraining journey, especially if it's longer than like a year or a year and a half, that you probably just need to switch it up anyway. So it was time for me to switch it up. But during that time when I was not visualizing, I was still doing all the other brain retraining things, mindset work, and actually I really honed in on perfecting my script, and the script became pretty powerful for me during that time. Actually, it was the first 9 months of his life, come to think of it. And we had a major house remodel that we moved out for 6 weeks, and all those things were going on. And after that, I think I just knew it was time to start back in with visualizing and doing meditations. And just so you know, I tend to just listen to them. I don't make up my own usually, which is why I hope that some of you will find the ones that I have on my channel, the recorded ones, valuable. Because sometimes when you're in the middle of a blip or symptoms or an AP, whichever program you did, the lingo, sometimes your brain just doesn't come up with creative scenarios very well. So I have heavily relied on other people's, and I found it very comforting when I have used other people's. But that's why I needed to hone in on my script during that other time, because I wasn't always doing my script. Let's see, what are some things I've learned? So this past summer, so depending on when you watch this video, you're not going to know what I'm talking about as far as seasons, but now it's December. And let's say a year after I had my baby, I was having one-on-ones with Bria. If you don't know, Bria Katrin is a really good resource for brain retraining. You can find her just by Googling her, and she's on YouTube. And I would just do an occasional one-on-one with her, or an occasional 3-month group class with her. And that's kind of my go-to. Everyone has their own go-to, but that's what has been really valuable for me. And she just, not only does she just seem to stay close to God, and I really appreciate that, she's just an encouraging person. She has a lot of insight because of her experience, but all the people that she deals with all the time too. So yeah, I haven't really needed to venture out too far from Bria, because she's just been what I needed, apart from a few other brain retraining friends that are like this with me now. And so I was having a blip time, like in June, and I had a moment of realization with her. Well, I had a moment of realization, and I told her, I need to just decide that this thing that I'm dealing with is the nervous system, and not what all the doctors are saying as far as you'll never get better, autoimmune, and it's gonna kill you type thing, all the scary things, because that's what I realized that was in the back of my head, continually playing in the background. And I told Bria, I'm just going to decide right now. This is a nervous system issue. There have been people healed from this particular issue, which the issue at that time for me was, they call it colitis, but it's basically, for me, it was like extreme constipation with, what do you call, like inflammation and bleeding of the intestines is what it was. And I'm so thankful I can even talk about it now, because it used to be so scary to me I couldn't even talk about it. Well, after that conversation, and I mean, at that point, I had been brain retraining for over 2 years, and mainly because of this issue. Like, that was why, one of the main, of course, we all have like 100 different things that pop in from the nervous system, headaches, all the things, you know, we all have our own things. But that was kind of the big scary thing to me. And once I made that decision, like, this is the nervous system. This isn't some thing that identifies me and will be with me for the rest of my life. I am not joking. Within the next month, it basically went away. And praise the Lord. It was like shocking, because I had dealt with it for so many years. And I'm not going to act like it doesn't try to creep in now and then. That's another thing I want to talk about on this video. Something that I've really learned is that you'll kind of have highs and lows, because your nervous system is still testing the waters. But I would say that time was like, because just like shockingly improved for that particular issue. And it was like, when's it going to come back? When's it going to come back? And then maybe it would show up a little bit, but then it's like, no, it's the nervous system. And it just took a lot of the fear from it. And yeah, so another thing I want to talk about is black and white thinking. That's another thing I've learned and I have a couple of friends that we talk about this all the time. One of the beautiful things about getting involved in a group, a brain training group of some sort of support group, is you can get to know different people and keep up with them and get to know each other's journeys and encourage each other. I have loved it. You ladies know who you are. I have 3 ladies that have been amazing and still are. And we help each other along. But so one of the things that I've learned in a big way is to stop with the black and white thinking, like healed versus not healed. And Miguel from CFS Recovery, look him up on YouTube, amazing stuff. But he has a really good video called, I'll try to link it if I can find it. I haven't done YouTube in so long, I'll have to figure out how to do all this stuff again. But basically how you're never 100% healed, because you shouldn't go by percentages. And so it's not black or white like that. And just get rid of this black or white thinking. Like, are you healed yet? Are you healed yet? Well, yes, I'm healed in a huge way, but I'm still healing. And we're always still healing. Because if you look at how you're doing on this day, maybe you're way up here, but look at it tomorrow, maybe you're way down here. You know, we have off times. And then it's like he made this bar. It's like, it's not linear, because days are like this. I mean, if you look over time, you are progressing up. And I think that's where brain trainers get so discouraged, is because they're like, well, that person's not healed after so many years. Well, stop thinking like that. Like, they are amazingly better. So just because they have an issue still doesn't mean they're not like way healed. They just are still healing. And I mean, that's true for everybody in the world, really. But yeah, the nervous system will calm down. But I will say that it is very much like this. So let's not look at it day by day. Let's look at it over the large span of brain retraining and realize, oh yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Another thing I've learned is it takes a lot longer usually than most programs put out there, than probably most people expect it to. For most people. Some people, apparently it goes quite short, but you are basically retraining how you think. And that does not happen overnight. And it is gradual and it happens, but give yourself some time and just keep going. No matter what today looks like, you just keep going. just trusting the process. Yeah. Okay, so another thing I'll put out there is, do I dare say this? But I think I will, just because I think it might be a help to some people. Is after that healing time for me of like shockingly better, a different symptom showed up very strongly. And I don't know if you know, but this is known to happen. And it's especially this particular issue that showed up for me, which I will say here, panic attacks. Apparently it's known for especially happening as you are basically at the end of your journey. That's what I've heard. I know they happen. I've had friends have them happen at the beginning and throughout, but if it happens at the end of your journey, or like after you feel healed in a large way, it's almost like a sign of the end, like of the end of your nervous system work. It's a good sign, but it's completely freaky when you're going through it. So I just want to put this out there for anyone that does go through panic attacks, because basically the way I've learned it is it's your brain has too many tabs open. You've got a lot going on up there, and it's doing a hard reset like a computer. And so it is forcing you to stop. And all you should do is everything we've learned in brain retraining, which is amazing because it's just a nervous system thing. Don't fight it. Be okay with the discomfort. And just trust that it's going to get better. And for me, it's just trusting that it's even doing a good work in my brain of putting everything in the correct order and everything. So I just wanted to put that out there in case that is you. You're like, what's going on? Everybody's journey is different, but I have heard that it does happen. It's not irregular for panic attacks to, and especially like months of it, of a healing time with panic attacks to happen at the end of your journey. I'm not saying this to make you afraid or to expect them, but if it does happen, like it's not unheard of and it's not discouraging. Like your body still is working for you, and just keep on the good road of mindset work and all the things. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to say? I should probably end this video because I don't plan on making more videos necessarily. I mean, I'm not going to say I never will, but I just wanted to put this out there because it feels like, yes, the big thing. Oh, yes. The big thing I want to talk about is APs, which is Miguel's language for adjustment periods. I feel like this was not part of my first 2 years of brain retraining thinking, but maybe I'm wrong because I don't know, it's all kind of mixed together at this point. But there will be adjustment periods, and that is to be expected, and there's no way you are getting out of nervous system dysfunction without adjustment periods. And all that is basically harder times. You could call it flare-up times, you can call it setback times. Basically, it's times where all the symptoms are there in full force. And it's usually like after you're doing so good. I'm like, oh, I'm doing great. And bam, a week of adjustment period. And again, it's just that reboot time. And if you handle it well, you are going to pop out of it brand new and doing really good again in general. And so I just want to tell you, that is how brain retraining is. You expect it. That is what brain retraining is you have your highs, you have your lows, you have your highs, you have your lows, but you are moving up. But sometimes it's like this. Just always remember that, because it can be so discouraging if you are not expecting it to happen lots and lots of times in your journey. You're like, oh, I was doing so well and now I'm doing terrible. What? Maybe brain retraining doesn't work. I just want to tell you, that's what brain retraining is. It's you're getting there, but it's not linear. So I wanted to put those thoughts out there. I'm 2.5 years into the journey and still so thankful. It has brought me so much closer to God. and has done tremendous healing in my mind, my emotions, spiritually, physically. So if you're on the fence about brain training, or if you're 3 years into it and you're like, what in the world? I suggest you keep going, because look at how far you've come, and it will only keep getting better. This is a scientific thing. It's not some weirdo thing. I mean, you are, just like you train a child, I have 4 of them, you are training your brain that all of these things that it feels sensitive to, it's safe. Like, your environment is safe. You can handle your life. And with God's strength, you can handle it. So I wanted to encourage you, if you have any questions, you're welcome to put them down below. Try not to put lots of symptom talk in the comments. And okay, bye y'all.